Stay tuned and I will show you how to make this delicious soul food sweet potato pie. Thank you so much for joining me today on Golden Soul Food Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my sweet potato pie. Sweet potato pie is traditionally made during the holidays, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. But you can make sweet potato pie any time of the year for Sunday dinner, for a family reunion, or any other gathering, or just because you have a taste for it. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the steps that I take to make my sweet potato pie that I learned how to make from my mom, who learned how to make from her father. Now, she traditionally uses lemon extract, white sugar, cinnamon, and a little bit of nutmeg. Over the years, I have tweaked it to make it more my own, and I added brown sugar, and my mother-in-law gave me the tip to use pumpkin spice, which changed the game and made the pie even more delicious. I will be showing you how I make mine, and I would love it if you guys leave it in the comments how you make yours and how you make your pie different than mine and how you make it stand out in the crowd. We also served this on our food trailer. It was one of our best sellers. Our customers loved it. And we made the little round small pies and everybody raved about how good they were. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you the finished results. I'm going to give some tips throughout the video. And I hope it brings a lot of warmth, goodness, and comfort to your kitchen if you decide to make this recipe. So thanks for joining me and stay tuned. I start by washing my sweet potatoes. As you can see, I have them in the sink and they're good and rinsed off really well. And I'm going to take them and put them on a cookie sheet and put them in the oven. I have them ready on the pan. I've covered my pan in aluminum foil, and I have 5 large sweet potatoes, and we'll make between 2 and 4 pies. We'll just have to see how it comes out. And now I'm going to put them in the oven. I have them in the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 350. And you leave them in the oven for about 1 hour or until they're tender. You take a fork and you poke the potato and make sure that it's tender all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my ingredients together, and I will pick you guys back up when I take the sweet potatoes out of the oven. So my potatoes have been in there for about 30 minutes now. I'm checking them. I went ahead and poked them with a fork, and they are not quite ready. They're starting to get tender, but I'll probably have to leave them in there for about another 45 minutes. I decided to go ahead and adjust the heat to 375 because I want the potatoes to go ahead and get done. So I turned the heat up just a little bit, and I will pick you guys up when they're ready and out of the oven. So as you can see, I've taken the potatoes out of the oven and they are very tender. You can see that the fork can go all the way through. So I'm going to peel these and put them in a bowl with some butter. These are all the ingredients that I'm going to be using in my pie filling. I have sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, carnation milk, pumpkin pie spice, lemon extract, vanilla extract, and of course my pie crust. And I've already added the butter to the hot sweet potatoes. You really want to add all of these ingredients to the potatoes while they are still hot so everything can melt and mix really well. So I'm going to go ahead and add these ingredients and mix them up. I went ahead and added all of the ingredients into the bowl with the hot potatoes, sweet potatoes, and I used 1 cup of white sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 1 cup of carnation milk. Usually I don't use measurements, but for the purpose of this video and this recipe, I'm going to use measurements. Once I mix it all up, I will come back and taste it, and if I need to add any other ingredients, I will add them then. So now I have all my ingredients mixed in, and I went ahead and added another 1/2 cup of the milk, another 1/2 cup of the white sugar, and 1/2 cup of the brown sugar. And I added another teaspoon of lemon and another teaspoon of vanilla. Also, you can add all of this to your own taste, because usually, like I said before, I don't use measurements. We listen to our ancestors and they whisper it in our ears when to go and when to stop. So just add it until it tastes right to you. But those are the basics of how much extract and spices to use. So now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of flour and 1 egg so that it can hold all of this mixed together and it will be firm when you put the pie in the oven to bake it. The next thing I will be doing is putting my pie crust in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes so that they can bake just a little bit, so that when you put the filling in to bake, the pie crust will not be doughy. The bottom of your pies will not be doughy. So you pre-cook them just a little bit. Put them in the oven at 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes, but make sure you keep an eye on them so they won't overcook, because you don't want them to bake completely, just enough so that you won't have doughy pies. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come right back. Now I have them in the oven, and in 5 to 10 minutes I will take them out and put the filling in. So I have mixed the mix up, and I just want to come on here and let you guys know that you need to really mix it up really well so that it will not have any lumps in it or any strings in it, because that will ruin the pie. So go ahead and just mix it up as much as you can. That's my oven going off back there. I used a hand mixer today, but I do have a KitchenAid mixer, but I didn't want to take it out, so I used a hand mixer. But whatever you have, just make sure you mix it up so that it have a very creamy consistency, and the majority of the lumps, well, all of the lumps really are gone. So, and also to everyone that watched my previous video, my peach cobbler video, I want to say thank you. Hold on, let me turn the timer off. To all the ones that watched my peach cobbler video and everyone that subscribed to my channel off of that video, I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. My channel is growing, and I'm going to keep on putting good recipes out, and I hope you all like what you see and continue to follow my journey. So I'm about to get back to making this pie. The timer went off for me to take the pie crust out of the oven, so that's what I'm going to do, and I will be right back. I took my pie crust out of the oven. I ended up leaving them in there for about 15 minutes because my husband told me they needed to be light brown before I took them out. So they're perfect now, and I'm going to go ahead and add the pie filling to them and put them in the oven. This is the sweet potato filling, I mixed it up until it had a very creamy consistency, and I added 1.5 tablespoons of flour and 1 egg. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up the crust and put these in the oven. Now I've put the filling in the pie crust, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven. They are in the oven, and I'm going to leave them in there for about 30 minutes, and I'll check on them, and if they're not ready, then I'll leave them in for another 15 to 30 minutes. So I will come back when it's time to take the pies out of the oven. Now, the top is not that smooth, so if anyone that's watching has any advice on how to get your top of your pies perfectly smooth, let me know. If you're still with me, let me know in the comments how you get your top of your pies to be perfectly smooth. I have never figured that out. In all my days of making pies, I still don't know how to get that top smooth. I have a pastry cutter and I ran it across the top of it, but it still wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. So I'll be back with you guys when it's time to take the pie out of the oven. It has been 30 minutes and they are not quite ready yet. So I'm probably going to leave them in for another 30 minutes. And I will return at that point and let you guys see the finished result. The timer has went off and the pies have been in the oven for 1 hour. So I'm going to take them out now. This is the finished result after taking the pies out of the oven. Now I'm going to cut it and put a slice on a plate so that you can see what it looks like. I have a piece sliced and I'm going to add some whipped cream and see what it tastes like. I have my whipped cream and now we're going to taste it. I added a little bit more whipped cream and it turned out really good. It's very hot, so the whipped cream is melting, but it turned out good. I have to sit my camera down to really get a good bite of it. Now that I've had a bigger bite of it, I can let you know that it's really good. It's not too sweet. It's just right. It has the right amount of spices. So if you stay with me to the end, I appreciate it. And I hope that you follow me on this journey because I will be putting out more recipes and sharing more about our food trailer journey. As I was saying, we will be sharing more of our food trailer journey and sharing more recipes on here. And would appreciate if you would subscribe to our page and like and follow us. And also, let me know in the comments how you make your pie. Sometimes I put flour in my pie and sometimes I don't. When I put flour in the pie, it makes it more of a cakey consistency, and when I don't, it's more of a smooth consistency, but it pretty much tastes the same. So let me know in the comments how you make your pie, and if you make your pies similar to mine or very different. I would appreciate that. And our channel is growing and we're learning as we grow. So any mistakes that we make, please take them with love and bear with us as we get better and better with time. So thank y'all so much if you watched to the end. And like I said before, if you watched my peach cobbler video and subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. And I thank y'all. And I know I'm going to get better at this. I know that I'm going to be able to be more comfortable on camera. And I look forward to gaining more advice from you guys and you guys learning from me. So thank y'all so much, and y'all have a blessed and amazing day. Thank y'all. This is a picture of the mini pies from our food trailer. This is a picture of the food trailer just before we opened. Thanks for watching.